Glad to have you with us from Las Cruces, New Mexico, and Aggie Memorial Stadium, home to the New Mexico State Aggies. You know, we love coming to the land of enchantment, especially when we have an enchanting game like the one in store today. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the Tulsa Golden Hurricanes, taking on another unit from the Big 12, the New Mexico State Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. New Mexico State will kick it off and will be underway. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the offense on first down. Leaves it with the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Tulsa wasting no time. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass. It just never developed.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll run the option. The pitch. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
He wants to pass it on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Phillips. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And that throw was a bullet by the quarterback on that curl route in zone coverage. And how about the anticipation? He gets rid of this pass before his receiver is even turned around. I love it.
Quick completion to the right. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits where you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And they got him for the sack.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let him get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
They'll leave it with him. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Looking to throw, it's Carpenter. Right down the middle. Fires the pass, intercepted. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit...
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Leaves it with the running back. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They give it to him again. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
The give from the gun. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They'll give it to the back. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Quarterback checking the play. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down to the 2.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great salesman. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield till the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends have rushed way upfield.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies.
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They're in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Green. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
He's there to make the stop. Tulsa wasting no time. They'll go with a direct snap. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped a really big play.
And that's good enough for a first down.
After run, now throw. He makes the connection. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, and you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
They move the tight end all over. From the gun, the running back has it. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Looking for a man, it's Carpenter. And the pass is intercepted. Got room on the return. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Mexico State. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
Oh, he's going to go for the return. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensive.
Open runway ahead. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Tulsa wasting no time.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. You get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
He leaves it with his back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. He unleashes a long one. Holds it in on the left. Got a lot of running room. Touchdown, Golden Hurricane. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cover the final 54 yards with the explosive play in the passing game for 6. And he's going to run it back. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. They took their time out of the gate, but now starting to try to take control of this game on offense here in the second quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, and they're playing good complementary football up to this point, but this is a huge opportunity, David, for them to really create some momentum.
Well, and the defense did such a good job keeping them in the game early. Now holding down their end. Now get the offense rolling.
Snags it on the right. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly to the tight end. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. New Mexico State now working from the red zone. From the gun, running back gets the give. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Snaps it in the shotgun. Unleashes to the end zone. And that pass picked off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the...
He'll take the deep shot. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Looking downfield, it's Carpenter. Fires to the wideout. And that one would have been picked off if he could have stayed in bounds, and the quarterback will live to tell about it.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Not only made the pick, but he also made up some ground and took it back to the 38.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. 3rd and long. They dial up the perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They're already in field goal range, but Jesse, they want to be aggressive, but they can't take a negative play.
Well, the play caller's got to look up and down his sheet here to find a shot to the end zone, David. Be aggressive.
Makes the grab on the right. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He's going to bring it out from deep. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? He'll pull it on the read. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll run it. At the 35, he's got room. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Back to throw, it's Carpenter. Unloads to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Ready to go here in the second half, and Tulsa will kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in the second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
And the big game, and they've got it on the 46.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
The Aggies will line it up on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Got room at the 35. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense and their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
They'll go to the ground. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
New Mexico State now working from the red zone. He wants it all. And the pass falls harmlessly to the ground. We'll see if the laundry is as harmless. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
29 Philly, 2-9 Philly.
He'll do it himself. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
How easy was that? I mean, when you got a quarterback that can run design runs like this and get you 5+ yards just and make it look that easy, God, it makes it really hard for the defenses to stop.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Western Michigan is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you never know. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Oklahoma State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Wants to throw on first down. Using the quick game. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on that time. Made a real good decision. Now, I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back, because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
He breaks a tackle.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
DB's right up on the receivers. Hand off from the shotgun. He's got enough, and it'll be a first down for Tulsa.
And I know it's not sexy, but those little runs just keep you on your heels, keep the sticks moving, making you understand, like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be patient. A lot of offenses aren't patient. They get too
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Tulsa wasting no time. Fast motion from the offense. Looking to throw, it's Carpenter. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game. He completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate. And that's a reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He hurls one deep down the left side. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback.
Well, the quarterback trying to get aggressive there on third down. He saw something he liked in a matchup he wanted to take advantage of, but the defense, they simply weren't fooled, and they're able to come away with it.
They go to the ground. Fighting off the defender.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He'll keep it himself. Makes one man miss. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football. So the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete.
That's the end of the third quarter. The score, New Mexico State 24, Tulsa 7.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. The option look. He'll pitch it. Sweet spin. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the fourth quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. On the move. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Looking to go up top on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Harris. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. New Mexico State now working from the red zone. Quarterback on the keeper. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. 3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. Touchdown, New Mexico State! And the punishment has been extended. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Offense getting set for first down. Movement here from the tight end. To the air, it's Carpenter. He looks that one in nicely. At the 35, he's loose. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. He wants to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down, and an excellent throw, too. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tulsa!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. First down here for the offense. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
4th down.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Throws to the back. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. Bunch formation trying to spring a guy free. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. He's got it. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. 1st and 10 coming up.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Pocket starts to collapse. He's got it. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. 1st and goal, and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Defense in press coverage. They'll run it. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Direct snap. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
And they got him on the ground just short at the 1-yard line. The running back, you could tell he wanted to get in there, wanted to use his power and try to fall forward, but a nice job of tackling by the defense and making that thing fall just short.
And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. They're starting to feel a little desperation here, David. They just can't press yet.
It's go time. We got to put some drives together, down multiple possessions, Jesse. We don't have any time.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And what a fortuitous turn of events to get that football back. Tulsa wasting no time. To the air, it's Carpenter. He's taking the deep shot. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Going the other way, and he's got room. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Aggies. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
Made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late in the game.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? The coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish this game with something positive.
And that's a first down for the offense.
He'll come out throwing on first down, feeling some heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On second down, wants to throw. Pressure coming. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He wants a big play here late. And he's thrown another interception. Trying to take it back. And with that turnover, that'll finish the game. Guys, this is a